How do we move away from organizing around the right not to die and move towards the right to live? Ballroom is, in a U.S. context, predominantly Black, Latinx, LGBTQ plus community, but it has its resonance across the globe. Ballroom has its roots in the intersection of white supremacy, Black folk moving to the north, Harlem becoming the Black Mecca, and Black homophobia, the Black church creating campaign in Harlem to rid Harlem out of its Black queerness. We come together for a ball, all these people in Toronto, in Sao Paulo, Brazil, in Paris, France, in Mexico, in Ghana, in South Africa, in Putin's Russia. What a miracle that through the ethos of Black trans women in Harlem, that 100 years later, that a structure, a community, a system is created over and against Putin's fascism to keep folks free. It is the church, it is the Black church. It is an art collective. It's a lot of things. All of the organizing we've done, all of the issues, we have never, ever, I don't mean one time, I don't mean two times, never talked about climate justice. And I was intrigued by that. I was like, why have we never talked about this? Today, a ball is so grounded, especially in New York City, with public health. And so you can have HIV testing there. There are people there organizing people around the right to vote and all of these other things. The first notion of a ball is around competition, but it's also, for me, it's also a political organizing initiative. And then what we have learned from that is to attach a ball, or convening to a ball. So we convene, talk, organize, create, and then we go to a ball. That's why it continues to expand. It expands across the country. Political organizing do not sustain itself because the human can only take but so much crisis. It just cannot, it can't be inundated with crisis after crisis and after crisis and sustain your health, your body. It's going to break down. Organizing people, period, is a political move. It's political organizing, 101. How do we begin to help shift the field of climate justice and environmental justice to be more intersectional in its analysis? And not just racially intersectional, but in terms of sexuality. Language around climate justice oftentimes for most people is inaccessible. I mean, it's so inaccessible and it's so inundated with so much stuff that folk don't get it, right? Whose knowledge production do we privilege in this space? So my desire, one, was to be able to not only educate me, but begin to slowly educate Baldwin community around these issues around climate justice. Two, the idea to create the curriculum and to begin to develop some leaders to begin to talk about climate justice in a real, distinct, elementary way. A large number of people who live in projects have asthma, but not because they just happen to be Black and poor because they live in a project. It is because they're Black and poor. They live in a project and there's a structure that has produced that. So we do HIV testing at a ball. Ballroom people are not coming to an HIV testing event. You see what I'm saying? So ballroom people are not coming to a climate justice event, but if we include climate justice work, some of the messages diffuse it socially. So climate justice organizations table at a ball and give out information using the MCs, the commentators, to diffuse sometimes messages between categories. We do that with HIV. It's the methodology has already done. We've been doing it through public health forever. My desire is just to include this